my content is 13 and above, not made for kids. Bruh, yeah guys, I'm just so not used to this intro. Every time I try to record, guys, I just keep on laughing, guys. But yeah, it's DaimyoGT and we're back at it again with another mid-fake comparison video. Yo guys, it looks like a lot of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed to my channel, so don't forget to like, subscribe and turn the bell notifications on. So guys, yeah, this time around we are doing my highly requested video that is L-Drago Destroy TT, Takara Tomy versus the mid-fake version. So again, yeah guys, this is going to be an absolutely insane mid-fake comparison. You guys actually might be surprised by the results of how good this mid-fake is. But yeah guys, stay tuned. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. Alright, so yeah guys, as you can see down below, the TT Takara Tomy version is on the left and the mid-fake is on the right. So first up, let's compare the metal wheels, and yeah, as you guys can see, the mid-fake version is much duller. Like the Takara Tomy version is much more shinier, richer in colors, much more grey, and yeah, the mid-fake is just much more dull. As you guys can see down below, the tabs on the mid-fake version when compared to the Takara Tomy version, guys, is much thinner. So yeah, there's definitely weird molding issues on the metal wheel itself. It's definitely going to be a bit lighter when compared to the original. Moving on guys, next up we have the PC frame, and yeah, honestly guys, this one is just really night and day. You can really tell which one is the mid-fake and which one is the original. Yeah, I mean, mold quality aside, in colors alone, yeah, the TT, the original version guys, is just so much more richer than the mid-fake version. The mid-fake version is just so dull and opaque. Also, as you guys can see, the molding quality on the PC frame itself for the mid-fake is just so shoddy, guys. Like, it just looks so bad. Yeah guys, honestly, it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, like, how can you actually believe that this bay is real? Like, I can't believe there's people out there, guys, who try to argue that these bays are real. Like, yeah guys, especially when you have both bays right next to each other side by side, you can clearly tell, guys, that the levels of quality put into each bay, guys, it's vastly different. It's night and day. One is clearly a better product. But guys, my bad, small rant aside, moving on, we have the tip final survive up next, guys. And yeah guys, this one is kind of a weird situation. So yeah, I mean, right off the bat guys, you guys can tell that this bay or the tip, the drive, is just completely different. Yeah guys, so the initial shape of a final survive tip is just so weird for the mid-fake. It's almost as if that they copied final drive instead of final survive. So yeah, so like the actual casing of the tip is final drive, but the gimmick still functions as final survive. So yeah, the gimmick still remains, but the actual design of the tip is stolen from final drive instead. Yeah guys, so they're essentially just reusing assets. So yeah, instead of getting the original casing or housing for final survive FS, you're getting the casing and housing for final drive FD, which is a weird choice in my opinion. I mean, I guess it saves money, but I mean, it just goes to show that these bays aren't authentic either, so you can't really expect one-to-one. So yeah guys, to show you what an official final survive should look like, so yeah, here's the one I already showed you, which is my one. And just to confirm guys, here is a picture from the Beyblade Geeks from about 11 years ago from their YouTube channel. So yeah, I mean, this was from their unboxing video, and yeah, as you guys can see, it's identical to my one when compared to the mid-fake. Yeah, again, it's just night and day. Weird choice, but again, I'll go on to explain later why it is a bit of a good choice while being a terrible one. There's positives and there's negatives, guys. Moving on guys, next up we have the weighing segment. So yeah, again, on the left is the TT Takara Tomy and on the right is the mid-fake. Alright, so cool guys, first up we have a Takara Tomy face bowl, and yeah, it weighs about 1.1 grams. Yeah, 1.1 grams, so yeah, pretty standard for a face bolt, nothing too special. Moving on guys, next up we have a mid-fake face bolt, and yeah, it weighs 1.1, no, 1 point, yeah, well, this is 1.0, so 1 gram is 0.1 less than the TT, so yeah, that's expected because you know it's a mid-fake, guys. So cool guys, next up we have the Takara Tomy 4D wheel, and yeah, it weighs about 38.4 grams, so yeah, pretty damn solid. That's the weight, that's about the weight it should be, so yeah, perfect guys. Moving on, next we have a mid-fake 4D wheel, and yeah guys, it weighs 36.8 grams, so yeah, it is over a gram lighter. It's quite yeah, it's about 1 to 2 grams lighter, so yeah, that's definitely not ideal. Again, it's mid-fake, so it's going to be inferior in most aspects. Sometimes it will be superior in some, but yeah guys, moving on. Next up guys, we have a Takara Tomy PC frame. Yeah, it weighs about 5.2 5.7. Well, sorry, my bad, guys. Yeah, 5. No, it is 5.7 grams. So yeah, perfect. Next up, we have a mid fake, and it weighs about 5.2 grams. So yeah, that is definitely not ideal. It was a whole like 0.5 grams lighter. So yeah, that's definitely not ideal. Again, yeah, I mean, I think it weighs about the same as the Hasbro version, which Hasbro's known for hollowing out their products in the Metal Fury line. So again, not ideal. Just to compare, guys, here we go. We have Metal Fury version, and yeah, it weighs about 5.2. So yeah, again, definitely not ideal, guys. Moving on, and boom, guys, next up we have a Takara Tomy Final Survive tip, and yeah, it weighs about 5.7 grams. So yeah, that is standard. Alright, so yeah, guys, this is why I was saying that the weird design actually helps the mid fake in this case. So yeah, the mid fake FS Final Survive weighs about 6.2 grams. So yeah, it is heavier than the Takara Tomy version. And yes, guys, the mid fake version is actually heavier due to the actual shape of the casing. So yeah, there's more plastic because, you know, they reused the casing for the final drive instead of the Final Survive as it should be. So yeah, again, it does help the Final Survive, you know, it helps bring the overall weight of the bait up a bit. So again, that's what I was saying earlier, that the Final Survive isn't entirely a bad decision. It has its positives. It's definitely not great, but again, guys, it works. So I'm not too mad about that. But again, like I said, guys, it's cool, it works. Alright, cool, guys. Moving on, we're going to be weighing the overall weight of the Takara Tomy version. So yeah, it weighs about 50.7 grams. So again, that is looking pretty damn ideal. Not bad at all. Yeah, guys, moving on, let's compare the mid-fake version. And yeah, guys, it weighs about 49.2 grams. So yeah, it is bound to be a bit lighter. Again, definitely not ideal. The Final Survive actually helped it come up a little bit. So again, that's what I was saying, that the Final Survive wasn't an entirely bad decision, especially if your whole base is going to be overall lighter. Reusing an asset is bad and good in some ways, but yeah. So yeah, guys, let's move on to the battle comparison segment, guys. Alright, guys, moving on to the battle segment. First up, we have L-Drago Destroy Takara Tomy in attack mode, guys, and it's going to be going up against L-Drago Guardian. Moving on, guys, next up, again, we have the mid-fake version in attack mode, and again, it's going to be going up against L-Drago Guardian. Moving on, guys, next up, we have the Takara Tomy version, and it's going to be going up against Twisted Tempo. Guys, we have the mid-fake version doing the same thing. So yeah, it's going to be going up against Twisted Tempo in attack mode. Alright, moving on, guys. This time around, we're going to be using the Takara version to go up against Big Bang Pegasus. Alright, cool, guys. Same thing again, but with the mid-fake. Alright, so cool, guys, this time around we have the Takara version going up against Phantom Orion in absorb mode, and yeah, guys, this will be a spin steel test. Again, the same thing, but with the mid-fake. So yeah, the mid-fake is in absorb mode, and again, we will be conducting this hand spin stealing test against Phantom Orion. Yeah guys, next up we have the midfake versus Takara in absorb mode. Finally guys, next up we have Takara versus the midfake, and yes guys, we are both in attack mode this time. Alright, cool. So yeah guys, final thoughts. The midfake version is very damn solid in terms of performance when compared to its original counterpart. But yeah guys, moving on, unfortunately in terms of aesthetics, yeah, it just looks off. Like, it's not the worst looking midfake, like, especially after my Galaxy Pegasus unboxing. Galaxy Pegasus just looks so bad, the midfake version. But yeah, L-Drago Destroy doesn't look bad. It looks off in terms of colors, but yeah, could be worse. So again, it's decent. And then yeah, moving on guys, the actual mode of the product is positively weird. Honestly guys, my bad, I forgot to explain this earlier on in the video. But as you guys can see from the side profile from the midfake, yeah, there's a lot of rubber protruding out from the dragon head. So yeah, as you guys should know, in attack mode, the dragon heads on L-Drago Destroy should completely cover the rubber from the PC frame. But yeah guys, on the midfake, because the midfake has such a weird mode, yeah, it kind of protrudes more outwards. So yeah, it's like the rubber reaches a bit further, it goes out a bit more. So that definitely does help it in the spin stealing department guys. Yo, my bad guys. Yeah guys, I completely forgot the whole rubber situation itself on the midfake. Yeah guys, it turns out that the rubber on the midfake itself actually isn't that bad, especially when you go by your standard midfake quality, which is usually atrocious for rubber. But yeah, Destroy, for the midfake at least, has very decent rubber guys. But yeah guys, let me show you a quick rubber test. So yeah, basically I'm going to rub the rubber part of the PC frame against this stadium, and if it shakes, the stadium shakes, then yeah, it's rubber. If it doesn't and it just slides around, then nope, it is not rubber at all guys. So yeah, let me show you a comparison of what it looks like when it's not rubber and you try to put it on the stadium, and let me show you what it looks like when it actually is rubber and yeah, it drags the stadium around fine. So yeah guys, this is pretty damn good. But yeah guys, all in all, the midfake version is definitely a good alternative to the TT version, especially since the midfake will cost you way less money when compared to the original. But yeah guys, would I recommend the midfake version despite its design flaws and weird changes? Honestly guys, yeah, I would. Honestly, I would say this is one of the stronger midfakes. I would give it a solid 9.5, okay no, 8.59 out of 10. It loses about 1.5 due to the weird coloring. But yeah guys, other than that, as always, thanks for tuning in, thanks for supporting my videos. Peace out, thanks for watching, and have a nice day dudes.